What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, November 18th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a very good weekend, but I don't feel great right now. I'm kind of like, stomach kind of hurts and tired. I'm ready for bed. So I hope everybody's feeling better tomorrow. I hope I am too when you watch this. But it is the moon's day, and we're going to see that moon come into Cancer and definitely brings a lot of emotion to the table today and putting some focus on our personal lives and what's going on in our inner world. We're also going to see the moon square these nodes and oppose Venus, which is just separating from that nodal square. So there's that T square energy and moon opposite Venus as well. So very interesting. A lot of like emotional discernment and emotional maturity probably needs to be had. Um, could bring some kind of like sort of tug of war competition of sorts, or just kind of confrontation when it comes to people in our lives or different relationships. It is a really strong moon in Cancer, so hopefully the moon can kind of figure out how to do the right thing emotionally, but can also trigger a lot of things, and especially with the South Node being in Libra and Venus dispositing that, could bring up a lot of like emotions and feelings towards different things we have a relationship to, and maybe things that we're trying to build or what we're building with people. And I think it's interesting because of this Mercury and Jupiter opposition. It's hard to like conceptualize and even linearly think. And I think that the minds want to be like, that they're trying to understand so much, but also consolidate at the same time. And it's a weird place for processing emotion because we want to like have this mental understanding, especially with a South Node in an air sign. There's so much that we're trying to like process and understand, but it's just a little bit more difficult right now to do that, and especially with Mercury, our linear way of thinking, Jupiter, expansive intuition, left brain, right brain, really activated right now, but in a weird way. It's hard to make sense of everything, so we just want to be like emotionally mature, and I think do our best to feel good, do our best to find things today that kind of keep us going forward in a positive direction, even though there could be some struggle. We try not to think about things too much. If I think anything, this North Node in Aries could be a saving grace because it's in Aries, and it's like the more we're just being more impulsive and just kind of doing what's going to feel good, doing the right thing, taking the higher road in life today, it's better because we can try and maybe people please or overthink or analyze or weigh things out. And that can kind of, maybe just make today a little bit harder than it needs to be. When I think instinctually, what's right, what's working, what feels good, what doesn't, and try to go there. If there was an edge to the thinking, I would say the intuitive side has a slight edge because the sun is in Scorpio and it's trining over to Neptune today. So I would say there's a slight edge to the intuitive side and kind of like trusting the flow, trusting what's coming through, having compassion. But it's weird because the sun in Scorpio wants to be really passionate and this Mars in Leo wants to kind of put itself first at the same token. So it's like this conflicting thing between like ego and putting yourself first and kind of doing what's instinctually right for yourself, but also having a lot of compassion for others. And maybe the weight of certain things are very intense. So we can use this in a good way to like go with the flow, follow our intuition and act on it, but we can also get kind of stuck today trying to be maybe overly compassionate for situations, or think we know what's going on with other people or with this or that, and try to get buried in this deep psychology of something. But maybe we're going a little bit too deep. I don't know. The sun's even starting to sextile Pluto, and it's coming off the opposition to Uranus. So we might want to be trying to go deep and overdo some things right now. So try to be in a more light space today, and do what feels good, but definitely like high emotions, a lot of depth of feeling, fluctuations can be going on for sure. And then by the end of the day, the moon's going to square Saturn. I'm sorry, trine Saturn from Cancer. So I think that the goal of today is emotional maturity and responsibility. And, we might have to own up to some things that we do, or we might just have to act on things today and kind of like take the authority in our personal lives to do what's best. And if that feels like what's best for you is in the flow, that's what's best. If it feels like what's best for you today is, hurting everybody around you and not causing, any sort of balance in relationship, but you don't even think that it's really the best thing for you, and it's almost like acting out in a childish manner, well, that's where, that's not great either. So definitely a day where it's like trying to find some kind of balance, but the balance is in action. It is in forward progression. And I think it's in the emotional growth and maturity that you have right now. And to try not to go too deep or overanalyze, but to act and understand things as they come without, maybe spinning the wheels too much. I'm sorry, I can't keep my mouth. It's just so dry and my stomach hurts. I feel weird tonight as I'm recording this. Tired. But hopefully that's helpful to someone out there, and hope everybody's doing well. Hope you have a great Monday. Got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I mean, this card's usually kind of about like taking a little bit of rest, like finding yourself, going, maybe isolating to kind of take in some downloads, try to understand things, but it's reversed, and it's like, it's just really hard to get that, perfect download or perfect understanding of things. And I think we can try to isolate or play it really safe or, things like that. But in some ways, it's like the information's just going to find you on the go. And I don't know, it's almost like either we really need to rest with this card and kind of like, but I feel like it really is like try to rest your mind right now and just do today. Keep the ball rolling in your life and just do. And, rest if you need to. Like, that's the other thing. But it's like, don't overthink even that too. Like, oh, should I give myself some rest? Like, if you feel like you need rest, just do it. Just take some rest, right? I think we got to be careful with our mind today, because if our emotions and feelings get triggered today and we're trying to like process that emotion and feeling, that's where it just makes today probably a little bit harder. So just try to trust your gut and do what you can. It could be, it's an activating day for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how I feel in my life, and then how you feel like, this could also really kick off a lot of energy too, and really kick the week off in a way that feels like momentum's taking place, but it's kind of tricky. So treat your mind well, treat your body well, and I love you all very much. Hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.